Good morning. Bear with me. Um, this is hard for me. Allie came in the room last night and I was like battling something with God, and I was like in a soul wrench crying, with my face in the pillow. And she's like, "Hey, Mom." I couldn't answer her because I couldn't talk. I was crying. And she's like, "Mom, hey." I'm like, "Hey." And she's like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "No." So she's like, "Mom, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing, I'm fine." She's like, "Mom, no, seriously, what's wrong?" I said, "God's asking me to do something that I'm scared to do, or I don't want to do." And he said, "Jenna, you share the gospel on YouTube. You talk to others about me. You raise my name. You praise my name. But there's people that are in your circle, family, friends, even from far and near, acquaintances, that need to hear something. And I need to use you for a vessel." And I said, "Well, can you just give me their names? I'll call them." He said, "It's none of my business." And I said, "God, I don't know if I can go publicly with this, with your message, because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be mocked. I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I don't want, especially people in my circle that I have to face." And I said, "Can you give me another assignment?" Anything. And it was like silence. I could see him with his arms crossed, just looking at me like, what did I say? And I felt like this was supposed to happen yesterday. So the more time that goes on, the more disobedient I feel. And he said this will cause some division with people that you know or love. This will cause judgment. This will cause mocking. People may show this, making fun of you, but they might be showing it to that one person that secretly is battling something. But I stand with you, Jenna, and your faith is strong, and I'll never leave you. I will keep you strong, even when you feel weak, even when you feel embarrassed or whatever around your own circle or people that you know. I was still battling this like crazy all night last night and this morning, until I got word of something that just stabbed me in the heart, and it kind of pushed me over the edge a little bit. I mean, with like, this is crazy. So now I got that and this tied into the same. So it's like, so God, let me start off with this first. I told God to take full control because I don't know what it's his message, not mine. But first thing we need to do, if your faith is weak or you're lost, especially your kids, we need to be praying with them, for them, over them. They don't need psychiatrists or therapists. They need the blood of Jesus, because the devil is attacking these children at full force. before school started, there was an incident with an 11-year-old cutting herself because of pain that hurt her from was said by friends. And then I have word today that another child I know, their parent is removing them to a different school because this 11-year-old told her parents that she'd rather die and kill herself than face and go back into that school. It doesn't matter who cast the first stone. It don't matter. They're 11. What could it possibly be? They're 11 and 12-year-olds in 6th grade, and they're cutting themselves, and they're thinking about suicide. And we don't think that the demons are not prowling around and attacking our children? Oh, full force. Because if they can't get to you, they'll get to the ones you love. I've always had a fire for God. I didn't. And for Jesus, always. But I never would fully surrender. I did finally fully surrender about a little over 2 years ago. And I felt the most peace that I've ever felt in my life. And the most happiness on the inside. But they attack people with faith. The devil attacks. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy. And now when they come after our children, they shouldn't even be thinking about cutting themselves. They shouldn't even be thinking about suicide. And a parent shouldn't have to remove their child because they're scared they're going to harm themselves because of whatever's going on. Whew. We gotta pray. We need to pray. We need Jesus back. Because how are we supposed to fight off the spiritual battle of demons that we can't see without Jesus? We can't. We can't do it by ourselves. And if you don't believe in God, but you're a parent, let me ask you this. And I don't care if you're atheist. I don't care if you're whatever, what religion you are. This ain't about religion. This is about relationship with God and protecting our children's souls, protecting our souls. That's all it's about. It's not about who goes to what church or who believes in what. It's about one God, one Jesus. I could ask any parent, whether you believe in God or if you're atheist, would you do anything for a child? Would you die for your child? Would you take a bullet for your child? And I guarantee you, every parent in their heart and fully mean it would say, yes, I would jump in front of a bullet in front of my child. You would die. You would die for your child, right? Okay. So, if nothing else is working, therapists, counselors, bullying, whatever, and it's just a never-ending cycle of evil, what do you got to lose for your child if you go in private and you get on your knees and you ask God, and you surrender to Him and you beg God to save your kids, protect your family, the one you love, your friends. The devil is out full force. If you guys haven't seen what's going on around us, the weather, the crazy stuff happening at every corner, everywhere you look, there's something bad happening. And you need to take yourself back to the altar because we are fighting something we can't see, but it's so strong and it's so powerful that it's causing our children to want to take their lives and cut themselves, and they're not even teenagers yet. They're still babies. Why? That didn't even cross my mind when I was their age. It didn't even cross my mind. I'm not crying because I'm weak. I'm crying because I'm sad. I'm not scared. I don't fear evil. I don't fear the devil. My relationship with God is stronger than it's ever been. And maybe that's why he's calling me to do this. Maybe somebody needs to see this. I don't know. I know I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to post this, but I hurt more. I feel more hurt when I disobey God. So he's already prepared me for a backlash. I'm already prepared for that. Whether it's people I know and love and care about, I'll just have to take it as it comes. He's standing by me. He said he will not let me fall. And I trust in him. I trust him with everything I have in me. Teach your kids to pray. Pray with them. Pray over them. If you don't know how, or you're scared, I promise you, if you message me, I will get on my knees with you and I will help you. Thank God. To come into your heart and save you and your kids. We can do it together. I swear I'll do it with you. But if you guys can't feel something changing, there's something changing. And it's a strong feeling. Something shifted in the air. Something shifted dramatically in the past couple weeks. And it's I don't know, it's because I can hear him better because of my relationship with him, but this feeling, if it was a sound, feeling that I have on my soul, if it were a sound, it would be a train horn blaring my eardrums out. That's the strong, this feeling I have is, and God say is a warning. I know that's what this, that the other part of this message is, a warning. So he's coming back soon to rapture up the church. And the only thing that burdens my heart is even the thought of someone that I love being left behind to endure the wrath that's going to be put upon this earth, as we haven't seen nothing yet. Not even a piece of it. And I don't want anybody to have to endure what's coming. I want everybody to come meet him in the sky. I want everybody to be raptured up. I don't know where this message is going, but if you need help with prayer or help guiding your relationship or help just screaming for mercy, I'll scream with you. Just message me. And I'll be there. whoever this message is for, God said it's none of my business. That it hit home. And that if you feel him knocking and nudging you, but you keep turning your back, because I've done it to him many times. I felt him, but I stubborn and turn my back. He's telling you, turn no more. He's calling you to surrender. He's calling you for a reason. And whatever the reason is not for me to know, but he's calling you because the time on the clock is almost out. People think it's a fairy tale. People think they have all this time left. I promise you don't. If you could feel, oh God, if I could give you what I'm feeling and what I've been feeling the past 2 years, the feeling just keeps getting deeper and stronger by the day. It feels like my soul wants to bust out of my flesh. Because that's how strong I feel that his return to rapture his church up is knocking right at our door. I wouldn't even call it the last days. I would call it the last hours or seconds. I don't know when or where, what time. All I can tell you is that it's close. And I'm obeying God to warn you that there's not much time left. So I hope you take this seriously, because I did not want to do this, because I don't want to be judged by people that I have to look at in face and talk to every day. So but what do I care about more? My relationship with Jesus, and that I'd rather stand by him and then be judged by everybody out there in the world than stand with everybody in the world just because it's the thing and then be judged by my God. I will not, and I don't care. So I will not deny him. I will not apologize for this message. If I didn't care or love or have the spirit of him in me, I wouldn't care 2 pennies. And I wouldn't be on here so uncomfortable and worried about what people that I know and care about think about me, or what they're going to say, or laugh or mock me or whatever. So, anyways, get your life right. Get your relationship back to where it needs to be with Jesus, because he's calling you. Obviously, he's using me to tell you he's calling you, and you keep ignoring him, and it's hurting his heart. And how do I know? Because he's making me feel this sorrow and this pain. And if it's just a little bit of what he feels when his people, for the ones he loves, turns their back on him, oh my God. I can't even imagine what he's feeling. And they say when he comes, it'll be a great but sorrow day. It'll be great for the ones that are ready. But he said his heart's going to break for the ones that didn't surrender to him. So, as a friend, as a family member, as an acquaintance, brother and sister in Christ, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry for the message. I gotta rephrase that. If there's any negativity, I won't respond to it. I don't respond in hate, and I'm not going to cast a stone with another stone. I'm about to head up to the school. I'm about to put my other hat on and see what I can do to help put a stop to these kids wanting to end their life at such a young age. So that's my next assignment. Anyways, God bless. If you need anything, you're more than welcome to message me. You don't have to call and text me if I'm okay. I'm great. I'm stronger than I've ever been in my whole life. I'm just feeling God's God's sadness and sorrow in the ones I love so and care about from far and near. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until then.